Okay, here we are back live in the sound studio at MCTV, and I'm telling you, what a treat we've got in store right now. It's just amazing. I have to tell you two quick stories. I first saw this gentleman perform while I was riding the skunk train through the redwoods, and he was entrancing, and the thing I couldn't believe was that he walked up and down that train and sang beautifully the whole time, and everybody just made the trip wonderful. And then the next time I saw him, he was singing to elders in the day program at the senior center. These are folks with Alzheimer's or, who come in every day, and Earl Oliver shows up every single week and sings to those people and brings such delight and such charm. And then I saw the Groovinators, and I realized that this gentleman is an incredible blues player and jazz player, has a wonderful band, and is a musician extraordinaire with deep roots in both of those traditions. So we're really proud and really happy to offer you here at the Coast First Telethon. By the way, 964-0443, and if you get a busy signal, the phones are getting overwhelmed, but make a donation. Now settle back, open up your heart, and give a listen to Earl Oliver, jazz and blues man. Earl.
Thank you so much. All right, well, just to counter the rumor that was flying around that I'm a folk singer, I'm going to start out with a blues tune written by a couple of white guys. Highly unusual. Hope you like it. It goes like this. I was eating beans at Smoky Joe's Cafe, sitting digging hole the queens at Smoky Joe's Cafe. She came walking through the door I had never seen before, took my jaw right off the floor at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I risked my life there, baby. That Smoky Joe is a crazy fool. Well, her knees were almost touching mine at Smoky Joe's Cafe. Chills are running down my spine at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I could smell her sweet perfume. Looked at me, my heart went boom, and all the people in the room at Smoky Joe's Cafe said, boy, you best be careful. That Smoky Joe's a crazy fool. All right, look out. Hey! There came a man, sheriff's hat on his head, great big old knife in his hand. Took me by my collar and he began to shout. He said, you better eat up all your beans, boy. Get on out. Well, I know we'll never meet again at Smoky Joe's Cafe, 'cause we'll never eat again at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I'd rather eat my chili bean down the street at Josephine's and take my chances eating beans at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I risked my life there. That Smoky Joe's a crazy fool. Here we go again. Hey! you better eat up all your beans, boy. Get on out. Well, I know we'll never meet again at Smoky Joe's Cafe, 'cause we'll never eat again at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I'd rather eat my chili bean down the street at Josephine's and take my chances eating beans at Smoky Joe's Cafe. I risk my life there, baby. That Smoky Joe's a crazy fool. I tell you, baby, he's nuts. By the way, I swear this guitar was tuned when I bought it. See if I can get it right now. There it is. There's the culprit. Much better. All right, here's a tune that was written by an old friend of mine, my friend Pierre Ardans, who was my music partner for about 10 years down in Los Angeles many years ago. We had a band called Jump City down there. Anyway, he wrote this song about his mother. It goes something like this. Oh, you know what? Actually, it goes exactly like this. I remember trying to listen to my mama in the kitchen while she hummed a song from long ago. I don't recall the tune, some old song that rhymed with June. She never sang the intro, she just sang the chorus. Darling, I am growing old. Silver threads among the gold. That song had something like honey from a bee. She never sang about the bad times, just the way things ought to be. No booze and pills, no downs and outs. Mama never sang about infirmity. Never sang about the bad times, just the way things ought to be. No booze and pills, no downs and outs. Mama never sang about infirmity. That's not how my story goes. That's not what I see. You know that song? That song is blue misery. Prince Welk, he might make things pretty. Gotta have my music down and dirty, and that's how my music is gonna be. Doris Day, she might make things pretty. I gotta have my boogie woogie down and dirty, and that's how my music is gonna be. All right, well, let's see. I'm gonna do my favorite Fats Waller tune for you now. And some people say that Fats Waller didn't invent jazz, but maybe he perfected it. Anyway, this is a tune called Honeysuckle Rose. Every honeybee sighs with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. When we're passing by, flowers drop and sigh, and I know the reason why. Your perfection, goodness knows, a honeysuckle rose. Well, I don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. Well, I don't need sugar, it's so sweet when you stir it up. And when I'm taking sips, all the tasty lips, and the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows, a honeysuckle rose. Every honeybee sighs with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Oh, a honeysuckle rose. When we're passing by, flowers drop and sigh, and I know the reason why. Your perfection, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Well, I don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. Well, I don't need sugar, it's so sweet when you stir it up. And when I'm taking sips, all the tasty lips, and the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows, a honeysuckle rose. Now listen to the orchestra. Every honeybee sighs with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Oh, a honeysuckle rose. And when we're passing by, flowers drop and sigh, and I know the reason why. Your perfection, goodness knows, a honeysuckle rose. Well, I don't goodbye, sugar. You just have to touch my cup. Well, I don't need sugar. It's so sweet when you stir it up, and when I'm taking sips of your tasty lips, and the honey fairly drips. Your confection goodness knows a honeysuckle rose. Oh, your confection goodness knows honeysuckle rose. Okay, well, I'm going to do my favorite song for you now. And by the way, please pick up that phone, okay? Call it in. Get some money in here. We'd love that. Anyway, this is my favorite song. It was written in 1928 for a musical play that opened in Berlin that year. Naturally, it was in German. In 1956, a fellow named Louis Armstrong, you might have heard of him, did it in English for the first time. But the definitive version was done by a fellow named Bobby Darin in 1958. It goes like this. Oh, the shark bites with his teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old McKeith, babe, and he keeps it out of sight. Don't you know that shark bites with his teeth, dear? Scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves wears old McKeith, babe, and there's never a trace of red on the sidewalk. Whose Sunday morning lies a body just oozing life. Someone sneaking around that corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? Ah, there's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? Has a cement bag just drooping on down. That cement's just there for the weight, dear. 5 against 10, old Mackie's back in town. Talk about Louis Miller. He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all of his hard-earned cash. Now McKeith, he's a spending like a sailor. Could it be that boy has done something rash? Talk about Jenny Diver. Hey! Oh, Susie Tawdry, and Miss Lana Lanyard, and old Lucy Brown. Now that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town. Talk about Jenny Diver. Hey, ho, oh, Susie Tawdry, and Miss Lana Lanyard, and old Lucy Brown. And now that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town. Look out, old Mackie is back. Woo! Okay, well, I got a couple minutes left, I guess, huh? Yes? Okay. Do a short version of an old Big Bill Broonzy tune, actually one of the first of the big blues men in Chicago. In 1922, he recorded this. It's very appropriate for our logging area we live in. It's called The Crosscut Saw. It goes like this. say how they do.
Yay!
All right.
Oh, Earl, thank you so much.
Thank you, Charles.
Now you understand what they're saying when they're saying he ain't no folk singer, he's a blues man.
There we go. All right.
Yes,
thank you so
indeed.
much.
Thank you very much, Earl, and thank you, everybody. I know that you're enjoying the show. It's outrageous. Isn't it? It's astounding.
It's great.
The level of talent
It's been wonderful,
on the
yes.
North Coast is just
That's right.
completely over
That's
the
right.
top. I don't know any community on a percentage basis.
Right.
We must have more great musicians per,
Absolutely.
you know, it's just amazing.
And we got a great guy coming up, David Brown.
Oh, he's
Looking forward to
going to change directions now in,
That's
in
right.
a very significant way. So remember 964-0443. Pull out your wallet, open your heart, dig in, reinvest in your community, make us even more generous-hearted and more beautiful than we already are, although that's a pretty heavy measure. And I'm going to head back to the studio, and we'll get set up for our next astounding performer, and I'll see you right back here in just a little bit. Thanks again, Earl.
Thanks, Charles.
All right.
All right.